Pearsall. Here. Hutton. Here. Mendoza. McDonald.
Here.
Leahy.
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Here.
People present.
Speaker Jason, Amendment left.
Hi, Mayor, Village Board, thank you for having me back here again. Mayor called me earlier this week to give an update on the boat ramp. I'm finally pleased to say that rather than me always coming here saying we are waiting on permitting, we do have all the permits, and we are full speed ahead on preparing all the bid docs to get it out for bid. Just to kind of give you a timeline of where we were and where we're going, just to make sure we're all on the same page, and just looking at the questions after that. We submitted for permit back in February, on February 11th. We received the Army Corps permit at the end of April. We got concurrence from the EPA that the Corps permit was good for them as well at the end of June. We met here with Jack on August 6th, and incidentally, August 8th, we got the final approval that we needed, which is good news. So we are full speed ahead on preparing the bid package. We are planning to have that ready by the first or second week of September. Then the question comes in, how you guys want to move forward from there. Would you guys like to see and review the bid package before we send it out for bid? Or do you want us just to directly send it out for bid? I'm up for discussion. We handle it both ways with different villages, whatever you guys are comfortable with. And just kind of to walk through the timeline for both options here. If we go for village approval, village board approval, based on the timeline that we have for the bid documents now, it would be on the September 17th board agenda for approval. If we go that direction, we're looking at publishing for bid shortly after that. I'm going to put down September 22nd, so the following Monday, just give us time to address any concerns you might have before we send it out to bid, which puts the bid opening, give or take, October 10th, say just before the middle of October, with a bid award at the October 15th board meeting, and that would result in start of construction. I mean, you can't assume the contractor is going to be out there the next morning moving dirt and everything for 2 weeks to set up and get schedules and everything. First week of November, give or take. If we if we skip the board approval process, everything just push back by a couple weeks. I mean, we can then likely publish for bid the week of September 8th, which puts the bid opening at the very 1st of October, which puts the bid award at your first October board meeting, October 6th. And start of construction can likely be at the end of October rather than early November. All of that, after that, is kind of dependent on weather and the river itself. Best case scenario is we have low river levels in the fall, which can happen quite a bit. And we get a lot done in the fall up until winter really breaks on us. And sometimes that's the middle of November, sometimes that's January 1st. I mean, we would obviously go as long as we possibly could, take advantage of, hopefully, the lower water levels. Then pick up construction when we can in the spring, based on weather and water levels again. Best case scenario is probably lower on number, but an aggressive timeline. Then would be substantial completion by give or take the end of May, Memorial Day weekend, give or take. That's all dependent on water levels, obviously. And then full completion of all the landscaping and all the punch lists, and have the contractor take care of any items that we see by the middle of summer next year. So I'll open up to questions or discussion on whether you guys would like to review the bid package before it goes out.
I personally think we need to review it. That's my opinion.
Sure.
The two weeks isn't going to matter. We've waited this long.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's why I wanted to lay out both timelines. I don't want you to think that just because you guys want to review it, it's going to blow everything up. I mean, but it is a couple of weeks late, which is, like you said, I mean, we waited this long.
And I'm only one person, so.
I'd like to review it. Yeah, and one other thing to keep in mind is it's not our plan to fully close the boat ramps. I mean, we have 4 ramps out there. The idea is to build 2 at a time, keeping one open, so there's one in the middle for a buffer for construction equipment and everything you want. everybody played against it. And we are gonna realign the ramps slightly, just so they point downstream a little bit more to help with sedimentation. So the idea is that we wouldn't, it's not like you're gonna be without a boat ramp. It's just rather than 4 slips, you would be down to 1 for a while.
Anybody else?
But what do you think we'll do?
Just let us know when it's ready to review.
Yeah, is there a certain time period that you would like to have it? I mean, if we're targeting the board approval on September 17th, you guys giving it to you a week ahead of time, is that okay? Okay. Yeah, we'll get it to you that prior week, for you guys to review that Wednesday, maybe Thursday, give or take. Our goal is to have it before that. We'll make sure you have it no later than the Thursday before, and we will give you a chance to review it, and then we'll come back at the village board meeting, ask any questions, and if there's any tweaks you need to make, that you want to make to everything. That gives us a couple of days based on the schedule that I put out to get it taken care of, and then I'll provide that next week.
All right, sounds
Thank you,
good.
Jason.
Any other questions? All right. Easy.
Any updates on the sewer plant?
Sewer plant, we are working through the study. At this point, the study is almost done to turn in the preliminary engineering report to the state. We are waiting on feedback from a couple of manufacturers on the equipment that we're trying to quote and get accurate prices in there. Once we have all those, we will be able to present the report to you guys and then submit it to the EPA. So we're at this point kind of waiting on others, but we're hopeful in the next 2 weeks we'll have that done as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Nathan?
Yeah, I got a few things. This goes back to power outage where we had dropped 2 poles back behind the houses in Riverview. One of the poles knocked over Ryan Melton's fence at 142 Riverview. It snapped off a post, and he had to dig the concrete out and replace it and get a new picket section. It also damaged the caps of the shingles on his shed, and he pulled those off and replaced them as well. I think he's got $175 in labor, in materials, and wants 150 in labor. So a total of 325. I thought I had pictures of the damage. I do have pictures of the receipts of the materials that he bought.
He's already done this
Yes.
maintenance, because why couldn't we have done that to save the?
Well, we were busy doing other things, for one,
Oh.
and it's his, it is his right. He could have called a contractor, I suppose. If anyone would like to see the receipts for the materials,
So the 150 is for him doing it?
150 is for him doing it, which is pretty fair.
I don't really know.
Here's a picture of the pole, knocked down section of fence.
Well, I understand that. Now we're gonna have everybody thinking that they can do, if they want to do it, and then just charge us. Not saying.
This isn't astronomical in my opinion. I believe it's more than fair. You probably spent half a Saturday digging that concrete out from that old post. It's not like you call a contractor and it's charging them $600.
deal on it.
So you had to dig that whole post out?
Yeah. And put another one in, reconcrete it in.
We're lucky it didn't hit that plastic fencing they have that
Well,
way.
yeah,
That's more
the other day,
expensive.
He put four by
Isn't there that little
posts in,
short wall of
and
plastic fencing between the
two
two
1x3s,
houses?
Oh.
and then that big panel that,
Yeah.
Is that what was in it? We didn't replace more than what he lost.
no,
Absolutely not, no.
no.
There's only that section that you see there in that picture.
That should have been approved before we did that way. And we had this on the agenda last time, we should have had a discussion about it then.
I was fixing the lift station last time. I didn't have all my stuff with me. I showed up late. I apologize.
You made a motion?
Have a motion by Bradshaw, reimburse Brian Melton $325 for materials and labor for fence damage and shingle replacement. Second.
I'll second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
No.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes. Motion carried.
Second thing is, I just want to bring to your attention, we have some poles around town that are really priority replacement poles. We had a meeting with Joe Carroll last week. They're noticing the same things we're noticing. I do not have prices on poles yet, but I had a conversation with Steve from Joe Carroll the other day, and he wants to see if we can split a load of poles, because they get poles pretty frequently, so we would save on the freight there, obviously, because they're not made around the corner. Anyway, this is just to put it on your radar that this is coming up. And also the street lights, I see we have $9,500 in our street budget for street lights, and boy, do we have a problem around here, so that's another thing to keep on your radar. It's gonna be a large order of streetlights.
You don't
So-
have the amount yet?
I do not have the amount from the suppliers for the poles or the lights yet.
Did they give you the name of their contractor?
I have all,
Their supplier?
yes.
Can
And
you,
calls
can you
have
get that
been,
by the next meeting?
depending on their, I'm assuming I'll get a response quicker than the EPA.
Okay.
So, and then another thing to put on your radar, I do have prices on manhole risers around town. This is the result of we're overlaying the streets so many times with blacktop. Now we have low manholes. So it's pretty easy fix, it's pretty quick. We did one the other day up on Church and South End, I think. You cut around it, pull the casting out, clean it up, and put these risers on. Put the casting back on. You can use cold patch. Obviously, blacktop is better. But I'm gonna have the guys, if we have some rainy days or something, go around and actually do like a town, map the town, which ones needed, because there are quite a few. And to just say, hey, we're gonna go do this one, okay, we're gonna go do that one. So once I get that back, I'll come to you guys with some prices on risers, and possibly blacktop to fill in with, depending on how we want to tackle that. Another thing that I'd like to bring up, this is also the result of the meeting that we had last week with Joe Carroll, is tree trimming. The guys drove around and checked out the grid before they came for the meeting. There were actually 4 guys from Joe Carroll here. and two of the guys drove around just to check things out. And they say we need about $100,000 worth of tree trim. Now, obviously, we can dial that back by going and getting absolute problem areas and areas around holes that definitely need to be replaced or can be restored. Restorable replacement, or restorable rejects, as they refer to them. But if we actually want to just go through it and get it done, we're looking at about $100 grand. I got a couple of calls in, one to a Splenda, another one Light Tree Service maybe. I haven't heard back from either of them yet, but that's all they do is trim around utilities, and we're in desperate need of that. Anyway, another thing on your radar, there was a lot of,
The other thing too, if you could just go out and look, I've complained about Water Street for years and was told we didn't have the manpower. There's a lot of trees that were small and could have been taken care of by us. And now those trees are getting big and up into the wires where now we're gonna have to pay somebody to come and deal with it.
yes.
There's so many of them around that I see and it's like, they're not big now, but they're gonna get there.
Well, and that's the thing. I called and placed an order. Anyway, yeah, can we do any of this?
We can do some of it, but we definitely cannot get around prime areas. That is not,
Right,
it's just not safe. But yeah, we do from time to time.
because like I said, they're going out past my house, towards that cemetery. If there's two people on the road right there after you turn and go, and you get on the straightaway by Pheasant Ridge, if there's two cars there, your whole car is gonna get scraped up.
Okay.
And then,
Well,
once
that's
you
going on
get,
my list. That'll go on, because that is something that we have been doing.
there's one, the tree, when you get to that cemetery, you'll see them hanging low.
Okay.
And there's also one, in going up the hill at Barry Reynolds' house that hits large trucks as they're going up it.
Okay.
Now, are all these places that they pointed out on easement property or are some of them on private property?
Well, some will be on private property. Obviously, when we got hold of Taylor last week, we made sure that the bus, he runs the bus garage in Fulton, so we made sure that if he had any trouble spots, we took care of those first. So
No, I mean, these poles you're talking about, we're trimming the trees around the poles.
Oh, no. We can't have homeowners trimming them up around. We're talking about the prime areas, so all the way on the top.
I'm just saying, though, when I lived in Comanche, our property, Charlie did trees. And I came home one night and I said, that's arcing, you need to trim that, which was his job. And
Sure.
he didn't, and so
It's already.
power company came by and did it, and then
Yeah.
it looks like shit. Because
Well,
they make
that's-
that big
yes,
notch out the
yes.
middle, so I thought, if somebody wanted to pay for it themselves, so it didn't look like crap in their yard,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay.
That's great, but we need
Yeah, I'm
we
just
need
saying,
access to our lines.
yeah, I'm just saying, if that's right in your front yard, you don't want a big V in the middle of your tree.
Yeah, that's fine, you better beat them to it. though.
Yeah.
If we're gonna pay somebody to come in here, you
I know.
better beat them to it.
That's because they didn't, I mean, we didn't, and they came and did Charlie Street, it's like, oh my goodness.
Anyway, that's all I have. A bunch of keep it on your radar.
Office, not for the office. President, discuss take action on accept resignation of Susie Griffith, treasurer.
Are we gonna discuss this at all, or are we just going to vote right now?
For her, she's done, so we might as well.
You already
vote on
talked to
that.
her. Y'all talked to her, you had your chance.
Okay. But I'm just saying, are you going down the line of your things, and are we voting on them before
Oh,
closed
we can,
session?
no, we can go into the other topic in closed session.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we had a closed session.
You do it how you want to.
Have a motion by Priscilla to accept resignation of treasurer Susie Griffith, effective 8/8/25. Second.
Sorry.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
No.
Wadey,
Abstain?
Mendoza, Pearsall.
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes. Motion carried. You want to do the closed session in the next one?
Yeah, it's under you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll-
Yeah, all the rest can be under closed.
Do you guys want to do the meeting minutes first? Or do you want to go?
Yeah, you can do that right now. We'll do the closed session.
I'll do that.
Do it now.
We'll do it after. I'll do it.
Turn your head now.
Hang on a minute, we got the.
Have a motion by Priscilla to approve closed meeting minutes from August 4th, closed session. Second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yeah.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes. Motion carried. Have a motion by Priscilla to approve regular board meeting minutes for August 4th, second. Yeah.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
We just have, no.
Finance up.
I have nothing, this can be out there because we voted on it, and we're just, for the cameras, we're waiting, they ordered the parts for me, and we'll let us know when they're in.
Okay, utilities, please.
Still waiting on a background check.
For the guy from Albany, you mean?
Correct.
Gary said they'd do them, Joe.
What's
A
that?
bit quicker. Gary said they would do them.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll look into that.
He might not be as busy.
Right.
Do you have anything else, Dan?
That's all, thank you.
Utilities,
We got I do have a motion wrote up that, Nick had to rent a skid steer for the, project for the manhole, to lift the manhole. The one that's
The
causing the
ruts.
problem.
The ruts.
The ruts, sorry about that. To fix the ruts that Joe did call us when the poles went down, the poles went down up by, Joe Carroll was in the yard up there.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to run a skid steer, so they could get the yard and everything patched up, get the people's yard taken care of. So he went and did that. I made a motion, it's gonna cost us not to exceed 1,300, but he had to have it.
Were you able to use it for anything else?
I was just gonna say, for one project, that's what we had to pay?
No, he's got some
No,
stuff
no,
he's gonna use it
no.
for.
We have it for an entire week,
Oh, nice.
an entire week. And
And,
we're prioritizing everything by,
So it's really not done?
no, he's not done using it, no.
Okay.
Well, I made
No,
a
no,
motion
no.
to,
Okay,
Approved.
I thought you meant it was done already and we were.
and I probably sounded like that,
Okay.
so it's like. He's got some other projects that he's gonna use it for,
Cool.
to make it worth our while.
have a motion by Rob Shaw, rental for a skid steer from United Rental not to exceed $1,300. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Yeah.
What do they have with the yard? What do they have with their yard?
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Motion carried. Everything else?
Well, I'm gonna route some feathers with this, but I'm trying to understand how
how we do things around here and the way we do things. And we all sit here together. What, after we hired the new guy last week, the last meeting, for what we agreed to pay him, what was the point behind going and finding Mitch the day after?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I went and talked to Mitch because I apologized to him for hiring someone in at a higher wage than he gets, and he's been here for a year. That's why I went and talked to Mitch.
Why?
Because why can't I? I guess that's my,
You're always talking about saving money and saving money. Every time somebody quits because you do something silly like this, it costs us more money to hire somebody too.
so what? You just wanted me to ignore the fact that I felt bad?
But yeah, that's fine if you felt bad, and it's public record, he can come find out. Well, it's none of our place to run and tell Mitch that we hired somebody else.
He already knew. He watched the meeting.
I think you're missing the point.
There's some ethics involved here that we shouldn't,
I
it
can
shouldn't
talk,
happen.
I can talk to any employee that I wish. Why not? What are we hiding?
We're not hiding anything. The point being, you ran off and did it to stir up a problem. That's all you did.
I most certainly did not. I went and apologized to him. That is it.
Nick, got something?
I'm just wondering did this benefit you personally? Did it benefit Mitch? Did it benefit
benefited
the morale? The morale, it benefited you? Did it
Yes,
benefit
because
the
it made me
village?
feel better knowing
Did
that
it benefit the village?
it didn't hurt us.
Do you know that?
Why would it hurt us?
Why would you be trying to sow discord in a crew that hasn't even been put together? I do not understand it.
I guess you don't have to understand
I
it.
guess not.
So, like I said, I felt bad and I thought he should know it. So, plain and simple.
Just,
What was you expecting out of it? Ill intention? Him quitting?
Why would I want him to quit?
Well, I mean, what was the purpose? Just felt bad?
Yeah, I felt bad.
Fair.
I still feel bad. He's put a year into this place.
that's what we did.
I think he's done. Are you done?
Robbie, you done?
Yes. No.
Streets and alleys?
That one for Aaron, that was already,
That was
he had taken
taken care of.
pictures, I told everybody had them in their box, but maintenance got that fixed, so.
Cemetery and parks? Health, safety, and nuisance?
I forgot to mention when I was talking about, your grass and weeds can only be 8 inches. When you're mowing, you can't blow your grass clippings in the street. If they go on the street, just blow them back into your yard. That's super slippery. And I know some people mow their lawn, but there seems to be a lot of weed gardens in your mowed lawn. And then all of a sudden, there's a little circle of weeds. And it's like, that's still weeds. I mean, your grass might be mowed, but you still got your little weed patches here and there. So, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Visitors, Jason?
What was Mitch's response to being informed of the rain and everything? Because last I talked to Mitch, he just wants to do the job and go home. He doesn't have the certifications or the experience the other guy does. So the more you know, the more you're worth. How Mitch feel about it?
I gave Mitch the opportunity many times. I told him that he either needed to start the process of getting certifications or the next person we hired was going to leapfrog him. And he said he wants nothing to do with that.
Easy enough.
I made sure, I did it multiple times to make sure that he wasn't just, I don't want that.
Thank you, Jack. Briefly, and I wasn't going to, but y'all have changed my mind. If you want to start the clock, you're more than welcome to. It's like a flashback. In all honesty, if that conversation needed to take place, it should have taken place between both of you, Rob and Teresa. You too, Tim. If you guys had a problem, you know how to get hold of Teresa. You guys should have worked it out. We don't need to hear this nonsense. That's stirring the pot. That right there is stirring the pot. Now, and I'll calm down. Did you guys turn in, I don't recall what risk management's, I don't remember whether we had a deductible or not with risk management. Was this fence for this Mr. Milton's turned in to risk management? Because if there's a part of that skid steer that's appropriated to that job, and this guy did the money for the fence and the labor and so forth, maybe you need to get risk management. We pay 50 grand a year for insurance. I don't know, I don't recall what the deductible is. So I don't know if it's been turned in. That's my question. If it's been turned into the insurance, if any of you know.
My answer is no.
You know, it has.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
would suggest you do that.
Okay.
First thing, anytime something like that happens, turn in the insurance. The worst that's gonna happen is nothing.
Okay.
Right? It's free to ask. And that's all. But I do, I want to please, and I'm being dead serious here, for everyone's benefit, not just you seated at the table, all of us. Have these conversations as adults between yourselves. That's all I ask, and things will get better. That's all I have. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome. Okay. You got anything else?
No, nothing else. Just stick around for questions in case you get any.
New business? No, new business? Old business?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope.
With all the stuff that Chris has done with the permits for the golf carts and side-by-side and stuff, when we were talking to the sheriff out front the last meeting, he said that every town's having the same problem we are when it comes to getting people to see what's, no matter how many we hold, the people that aren't gonna do it, aren't gonna do it. So we figure out moving forward how we're gonna handle it on the node. He said, but if you go by how many are in the city and how many of you guys actually did get used, filled out, he said our percentages are higher than a lot of other communities for people that are doing it. People that don't do it aren't gonna do it. So we're not gonna. So we're doing a good job of getting people, the people that are supposed to, that are doing it to do it by the size of the town and how many we have. He says, but compared to their towns, we have a higher percentage.
Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
And
You're welcome.
Anything else on old business?
Old business, did you say?
Yes.
Is that right? So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Rumor has it that I'm being accused of scrubbing a computer, a laptop that I had. First of all, I don't know the first thing about scrubbing a computer. Second of all, we haven't had a policeman to have any emails going back and forth anyway, so there's nothing to scrub. I don't think it's fair that I had to hear about this through the grapevine, but it's okay. But I want you to know that this computer here, you can have. I will not touch another computer from the village ever again. Because I am not gonna be accused of something I didn't do. You need to get a hold of me, you'll have to try to call me, and do it the old-fashioned way. Like I said, I'm not getting accused of things that I didn't do. So,
Any information that we had came through Platinum. And I think everything has kind of stayed in here, so, and I do know where you heard it from, so it probably shouldn't have came out and nobody else would have even known it.
well, it did come out, and that makes me look bad, and that's my reputation you guys are messing with.
I'm not messing
So-
with it.
Here's a FOIA request that I don't know who's doing these now, but I'm gonna place this in case there's any other issues. So I'm gonna ask for the emails that are concerning me. And I guess, let's see. I mean, I know we're going into closed session to talk about the things that are under Jack's name. But I just think for the record, everyone should know that all of these things have already been decided. I was informed by a text message, all of these things, so it's a matter of, we're gonna go into closed session, they're gonna tell us what we're doing, and then we're gonna come out. So, like I said, all of this stuff has already been decided. It's not like it's new, so you guys can look at your agenda, but like I said, we're not doing this the way it's supposed to be done. We're supposed to be working together, and everything I get is just a heads up. I'm doing this, just a heads up. I'm doing that. It's never, do you want to talk about this? Should we discuss this? Should all of us get together, have a special meeting? But everything is done before we even walk in the door.
Oh, can I,
No.
can I ask you what my last four years were like?
No, please.
What?
Can I ask you what my last 4 years were like on this board?
They were like my,
Jennifer, you sat up there and let me get just my ass reamed by the mayor, and you never said a word, you just let all this stuff go, but now it's an issue. I had no word.
no word.
I had no word, I was just here, I was.
And that's what I
Seat
am.
the butt.
I'm here right now. That is it.
Not a good feeling, is it?
Hey, I've tried to do everything I can for this village, and the people that know me know that that's what I'm here for.
Same with me.
No.
I have family, tons of family, and I would never do anything bad for this town.
Do you have anything else?
Not at this time.
Okay. We'll go to closed session. Have a motion by Saul to go into closed session at 6:09 PM. Do I have a second?
So,
Joe.
Oh, or appointment of employees.
Good catch.
Wait a minute.
Or I thought you did.
Did you say yes?